We got another 5 booster boxes of premium best. This is the best premium best booster Bandai. Let's check it out. All right, so there are a lot of hot things to hit in this set. Mainly the manga, and then there's like 2 SP slots per case, it looks like. Now, I opened a really weird case, last case, and it seems like there's a possibility, bless them, that you can open more Gold Dawn. I thought it was just 2 Gold Dawn per case, which I was proven wrong. But the weird thing was I only opened 1 SP. Now, out of all the SPs, it was the one that I wanted the most, which is the manga event for Luffy, also known as the best card in the game, Gum Gum Giant. The card is very broken. And yeah, so these 4 alt event SPs that you can hit, and I'm pretty sure there's 5 characters. So the characters are the Luffy secret. Lime juice. That's the first lime juice we've seen. Wow, that texture is sick. Very sick. Somebody topped with ST21 Luffy and was playing this in their deck, which was pretty cool tech. I tried it. It didn't work in my lit. I just never saw it, and it never really came up. I also don't know if there's like a ton of decks that are playing that size blocker, but it makes your opponents they can't block with little stuff, basically. Anyway, yeah, so it's the secret Luffy, Shanks SR, and what's the other one? There's the Law secret, and then there's Carrot Pudding and Rebecca. I think that's it. I think those are the 5. But then 4 SP events, and really, I don't know. It seems like what I've opened so far that you get 2 hits per case like that. But Rosinante, I haven't seen this one either. I mean, I really like the special collection one, the whatever it was, 2nd year anniversary, I think it was. Still no shiny Dawn yet from this box, so there should be 2 of those. But now I just really don't know. I don't know what the rates of hitting an SP are. You get 2 secrets per box also, it seems like. But we'll see. Only way to find out is to shrip them. Just need to shrip them as much as we possibly can, I guess. I saw some things online about people pulling 4 Gold Dawn per case, which is definitely not the case of what I pulled. It was 2, and then here's our shiny Rebecca Dawn. Nice. Anyway, yeah, so rates are undetermined, I guess, is what I can say. There's no guarantee of what you're gonna pull right now. But I also have a very small sample size that I'm working from. I think for the SPs, I'd like to try and pull 1 of each. Would be cool for my collection. But really, I just need like Gum Gum Giant is the one that I'm gonna play. I don't really play Teach. I don't play Shanks, and I don't think people play the event searcher in Shanks anyway. Buggy, I think they do play that event. I don't know. I think they also just play the Galdino, and they have a lot of stuff that draws now, so they're just trying to draw cards and then search characters. Law, nice. Law is definitely a good card. I also saw those Marcos are like crazy expensive right now on TCG Player this morning, pre-sale. I guess they're on sale. But I'm sure everything goes down. I'm sure everything goes down as soon as it's available. All right, so nothing really cool from that. I guess 2 new alts. I'm happy about that. I'm always happy to pull stuff that I haven't seen. So we're on to box number 2, and I'm hoping that box was just weird, because another weird thing that happened in that box was I didn't pull any what's it called, or there's one box that had 3. There's one box that had 3 secrets in it, and that had me confused, I will say, for sure. Anyway, box number 2. So we're doing 5 boxes per video this week, just because OP13 is coming out so soon. I wanted to open at least 2 cases for fun, because it is fun to strip them, I gotta say. I'm gonna open them anyway, so try and record them, bless them. So maybe we'll see something hot pulled. Obviously, Sanji is what I'm looking for like most right now. That would be my, if I could pick, if I could say, hey, One Piece cards, listen to me, I'm looking for something very specific. That specific thing would be Sanji. But yeah, I think there's still a handful of alt arts that I haven't seen. I like in this set, they didn't make like every single card in the set have an alt art, which that was kind of a lot. In the first PRB, it's just really hard to get everything. Ooh, shiny pudding Dawn, that's pretty. The gold one is really, really pretty. I got all the gold Dawns in Japanese. Wait a second, that's weird. The last box, okay, I must have missed one of these must be shiny, because I only have 1 shiny Dawn in that stack. Where's the shiny one? What the hell? There's some weird stuff going on with the ratios in this set, because there was only 1 shiny Dawn in that pack. Something's off. I think they just had like too many things they needed to keep track of. And I haven't seen anybody, well, yeah, I don't know. I think too low of sample size right now to tell. In a few weeks, I think we'll have a lot more data on what's going on in these. But apparently there's a gold Dawn God pack that is like you get a bunch of gold Dawn in 1 pack. So I've heard. And I think manga Sanji, I think in Japan the manga Sanji is around like $400 or $500, something like that. I saw a couple of them in some shops. Unless this is the premium, the Blossom from last box. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I opened all the packs. Just shrimping so fast. There's also this other Akira Agawa secret rare. I don't know if you all knew this, but Akira Agawa is my favorite One Piece artist. I try and collect actually specifically. Ooh, Ace. That's 3 of these. I just need 1 more for my playset now. Nice. Oh, I also still have not seen a Boa alt art. Oh, finger pistol. Nice. I do want some more events. I definitely there's a lot of the 0 cost event alt arts that look really cool. Oh, there's a shiny Dawn. All right. So we got both of our shiny Dawn from here. There is still a chance at an SP. That's one of the things I've come to understand, is that you can even get a gold Dawn, an SP, and 2 alt arts in a box. That's happened to me twice now. Yes. 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 All right. I just need 1 more. This is peak. This is super peak. I'm having a real peak time with these events. So just 1 more giant, and then I have a playset, and I'm good. Wow, how wild is that? That's every case so far. Now, okay, but I'm still really looking for a Manga Sanji. I feel like Manga Sanji is going to be the pricey thing to pick up from this set. That, and I think the Gum Gum is actually probably going to be the most expensive of all the SPs and events and stuff. Maybe the 6-cost Luffy also will be expensive because that card's pretty good, but there's also a manga of that. So a lot of people, if they're going to super bling their deck, they're just going to want to get the manga of that. But the SP version looks very cool. And I think Shanks looks pretty cool too. Law looks, I'd say, mid. Rebecca looks awesome. Carrot is really pretty. And what else was there that looks good? I don't remember. I have to go look at them. Oh, I haven't seen. No, Pudding is really good looking also. And Pudding is just a crazy card. Pudding is an absolutely, I'd go as far as to say, unreasonably powerful card. Especially in the next set, like the Ace Mirrors, those decks just draw so many cards. It's just draw. So I think those Puddings are going to be pretty valuable because you can play it in that deck. All right, pretty lit hits so far. So this is our third box in. Let's see if we can make a Manga Sanji come out. I'm really on the hunt for Sanji now. Gold Dawns, bless them. I don't know, any Straw Hat Dawns, like the Robin Dawn would be cool. I like that one a lot. The Nami Dawn is really cool. I pulled the Gear 5, which was sick. There's actually 2 Luffy Dawns in this set because you have the Snake Man Dawn and the Gear 5 Dawn. Oh, Shanks. Shanks has a really cool gold Dawn also. Ooh, Zoro. We've pulled one of these guys, so it's number 2. That's the Zoro from what's it called? The Usopp deck. The one that's like you rest your leader and KO something and then trash some cards from your deck. I guess it would also work in Rebecca, but I don't think anybody's really playing Rebecca these days. Rebecca did have a little bit of a resurgence with the support for Usopp came out because a lot of that stuff worked in that deck also. Yeah, wow. Gum Gums galore. I would love to pull a 4th one, but I think unlikely in this case. But who knows if there's actually, like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know if there's some guarantee with the ratios. I think the ratios are a little bit fluid in this, maybe, or maybe that's just mistakes. They have so many things that they have to keep track of with all these rarities, right? Like you need 2 shiny Dawn per box, and 1 out of 5, I think about 1 out of 5 are going to be gold, and then you need to get 2 SP events in there, and then you have all these alt arts, and there's alt arts from the main set and alt arts from PRB. I would just love if they did a set where it was just 3 alt arts per box. Every box you just got 3. That doesn't seem unreasonable, it's especially how much a box costs. And ooh, cool, Gum Gum Rain. That's my first Gum Gum Rain that I've pulled. Sick. I want play sets of all those 0-cost events. I think look great. They were so cheap in Japan. They were like $3 or $4 each. It was kind of wild. All right, so at this point now, I'm just opening to see if there's either a Gold Dawn or an SP in here. Which, I don't know, is it fair to call the events SPs? Are they technically SPs? They fall into the same category. There also should be, I don't think I've opened a shiny Dawns from this box yet, so there are still 2, I think 2. One box we just got 1, which is weird. Oh yeah, we also have our secrets. Oh, the gold Usopp Dawn actually looks pretty great as well. Shiny Dawn? No. Getting any shiny Dawns in here. Only 4 packs left. So 2 of these should be shiny Dawns. No, not that one. What if I open? No, I don't think I opened one, right? We're about to pull back-to-back shiny Dawns. That's not one. Huh. Weird. Yeah, this is a shiny. Nope. Okay, there has to be at least one. Right? Unless, yeah, what the hell is going on here? Shiny. Okay. Shiny Robin Dawn. That's the second box that there's only been one shiny Dawn in. That is very strange. Very, very strange. I'm confused about what's going on there. Alright, just gotta sort these away so I can make room for my next box. And in our next box, we will open one Manga Sanji. I hope. God, that would be so cool. To get a Gum Gum and a Manga Sanji in the same box seems like it would be a little busted, but very cool nonetheless. I just want to see it. I love that pose. I actually use that. You know, I make Kaizoku cards. I'll show off some of my cards here. Here's a couple leaders I made. These are Labubu Luffy from OP13 and Zoro and this Nami. They're all like textured and stuff. But I made some manga cards, which I'm working on some new manga card versions. But I did use that Ifrit art on a manga card, which I am reworking some of my designs currently. So stay tuned for some new manga arts. But I love that art. It's such a peak Sanji image. Alright, so these are our hits from the last box. Slightly mid, but the Gum Gum makes up for it. Bless them. Alright, are we gonna see some gold Dawns or something exciting in here? Because so far we've just been hitting one shiny Dawn per each one of these boxes, which is crazy. I have to go through the Dawn again. I think maybe there's a chance that I missed one. It's possible. Sometimes you can't see that they're shiny that well. So the hit seems like it's always that third card in. You get like the 2 skull foils in here. That's where the hit usually lies. Yeah, like that Yamato, the shiny one. I've seen not the gold one, but the just shiny kind is like not that shiny. Pudding, that's our second one of those. We're working our way to a play set of puddings. This is actually a like insanely strong card because it replaces itself, it plays out another body, and you can play like in the 8-cost Katakuri on 7, which is pretty wild. But then you go, if you are on, oh, there's a shiny Buggy Dawn. If you are on 7, you go down to 6. Or no. Yeah, well, the following turn. But if you play the Katakuri, you get one of those Dawn back for free, which is pretty cool. Alright, so if I could request a specific SP. Honestly, probably Pudding. I think a lot of decks that play Pudding, you need 2. And that Pudding just looks so much better than any of the other Puddings. But also the Luffy and the Shanks. I do play decks with Shanks, and Shanks is cool. I do have my 2 manga Shanks, so usually I play that. But I feel like there are definitely times where you want to have 4 Shanks. And I think in Red Purple Roger, I think Shanks is a really good card in that deck because you can ramp into it. I think any deck that can ramp into Shanks, I think that's a really gross thing to do because Shanks is just such a strong card. Like people need it. You just need to deal with that card immediately. Sanji, not the manga, but the secret. Yeah, so ramping into Shanks I think is nuts. So I think there will be decks where you want to have 4. Oh, what's this? Choppa, yes. I need 4 of this. I love this card. I think this is such a good card. I like playing red. It's this really good card in ST21 and way prettier than what we got in the main set for sure. got a few more packs here. I think there's a reasonable chance that we'll pull a Gold Dawn in one of these. That wouldn't be completely unheard of because we haven't seen one yet and we're almost 5 boxes in. Oh, shiny Jimbei Dawn, so I think that means no Gold Dawn in here, but there also still could be an SP, possibly, right here. Nope. Also no word on if Manga Sanji takes an alt spot. I would say likely. I think mangas, in my experience, mangas pretty much always just take an alt slot, but sometimes you get an extra alt in the case, like when there's just, but I don't think you ever like get more than 3 hit boxes and you get or 3 hits in a box, right? But maybe in this, no, because I think it's just gonna take an alt slot, and I'm pretty sure you just have 2 alt slots per box, so that's how it goes. All right, we're almost at our last box here. And then I got to zip to work because, you know, I'm wearing my work shirt right now. That's why I got my button down on to look professional. And to look professional if a Sanji comes out, I'd like to look good for that card. You know, I think like you don't just want your cards to look good for you. You want to look good for your cards also. I think that's fair to say. All right, we are on to our final box here of PRB, the best. Well, not final. We're still 1 video away from our final box. There should be 1 more video after this. All right, box number 5 of the case. So we're halfway through this case now. Now, I think pretty reasonable shot at a Gold Dawn. I haven't seen any cases that have 3 SPs, but I have seen a case that has 3 Gold Dawn. Also seen a case that has 2 Gold Dawn, bless them. So I don't really know if I can tell you accurately exactly what's going on with all that. If I can say that I'm here to say this is what happens exactly. But it would be interesting. I always enjoy when people open a lot of cases and they can make videos. I did that like in set 1. I had a pretty good gauge on what was going on. And some sets I open more cases, so I feel I can say with reasonable doubt that this or this is what's happening. But you have to, feel like you have to open a pretty big, pretty large volume of them. This Perona looks great. To have a good idea of, you know, what you end up seeing in them. All right, Manga Sanji in this box. Let's go. I'm wearing my fancy shirt, Sanji. Don't you want to see me in this nice shirt? Because I would love to see you in this nice shirt. As a Bon Clay Bentham, our man, my main man, Benson. Fortunately, hopefully that card's price will go down a bit. Yeah, I also, there was in one box in the last case, there were 3 secrets in one box, which was weird. But I would say that there's been some weird stuff in this one also, in that there was 1 box with only 1 shiny Dawn. Shiny Dongle. Alright, nothing too cool yet. But we still have a nice chunk of packs to shripm here. Zero cost yellow event. I need a 0 cost yellow event. And also bad manners. Those seem to be the ones that I use the most. But I suspect that I think a lot of this set's gonna get opened. And I think all those events are gonna go down in price significantly. Oh, another Jimbei. Got a lot of Jimbeis. I don't think that card is particularly good. It's basically like a reprint for the Jimbei that got neutered. Jinbei was too strong. They just can't seem to figure out how to make it balanced Jinbei in this game, unfortunately. All right, I'm a dentist, so I'm just gonna start on my dental tooth tip. My dental tooth tip would be, you know, if you like eating sweet foods, like sugary foods, here's our alt-art, Sabo. Sugar is water soluble. Oh, here's a shiny Dawn. So I very well may have missed it. Sugar is water soluble. So after you eat like candy or especially like carby snacks, like a snack with a lot of, what's it called? Like carbs, like goldfish or something. It's a really great habit to just get a mouthful of water and just swish with that water. Ooh, shiny. And that water will wash the sugar off of your teeth, because the sugar is what attracts bacteria and causes the decay to happen. So, you know, getting that stuff off your teeth is ideal, and it's a good habit from A to B. It's not a replacement for brushing your teeth, but at least after you eat, to just get the stuff off your teeth and keep your teeth kind of healthier. All right, SP pudding. Nope, that's an Ideo. Well, that's it. Thanks for checking it out. I will be back next week with our last one before OP13. Peace.